Recently on the last video, we just received a pet and prims from Cerberus. So now we don't know what to do with all these upgrades, but we know one thing. It's time to finally learn Tob, the theater of blood. With a few elites willing to take me, now there's nothing stopping us to get to endgame. There you go. The first KC at Tob. 799k. That is not bad for my first loot. Okay, I guess we gotta forfeit this one because that was a rough start. Yeah, look at this. Oh man, we are at Veric and I am dead. But I am not gonna lie to you, it's a learning process, so it's okay. And this is the third KC of the account on my Ironman. And let's see, do we get the pet? Ooh, we get a vial of blood collection log. That's a lot of money, 1.4 mil. Okay, that's another one. It is not too bad. KC number 5. Oh, 218k. I'm not gonna lie, Theater of Blood is pretty good money. Okay, the very first boss of Theater of Blood, Maiden. You see how I am attacking the outside clumps? I'm just gonna give a little brief dumbed down guide. This is not a full guide, but this, you see how I was attacking the clumps on the side? Yeah, basically, there's basically always a major that freezes. You need a mage to freeze, or Maiden will just keep healing from those red crabs that you saw me attacking. So every time Maiden does a little swirl around attack, you always want to move. As you see, I got hit by blood. You always want to move, or you get hit by blood and you just heal her and make her stronger. You don't want that to happen. So you always want to focus on the outside clumps while the major focus on the middle. That is the main objective. That is the main job. So the tank is always going to be on the north side. So if you're on the north side, you're most likely going to tank most of the hits. So I like to stay on this side, especially that I am a learner. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty easy. Just make sure you focus on the crabs. Have a freezer, you know what I mean? Have a freeze while you just DPS it down, you know? Stay away from the blood. Make sure you do not touch the blood. That is the key thing. That is the very key thing. So, wow, I actually dodged the bloods on time. So, yeah, so let's get it. That's how you do it. Maiden completed. The crab spawned 3 times, 70, 50, 30. So I'm going to try a new style of content, and I'm going to see if you guys like it like this. Let me know, and I'm going to just show you guys the KC starting now. First purple I seen, but not in my name. Just the occur, chest guard. After 30 KC in, we're changing our style just a little bit. So now we're up to bloat, and we're getting really comfortable. Well, I'm getting really comfortable doing bloat. I basically wait right here by the door while somebody goes and declaws it or BGS it. Most of the time it's BGS. If you're a tryhard sweat, they declaw it too. So right now we always got to make sure you have yourself E on, which for more DPS. And what my role is, or what I like to do from now on, since I have a BGS and not a Dragon Warhammer, I always go in with a spec, and then I always blade 2 to 3 times and then chally. So that's what we're gonna do, and it's not bad. Sometimes I chally a little bit early so I don't get hit, because when he stops, he hits you for like a big 60. It depends where your HP is. Sometimes I can one hit KO you. So yeah, so most of the time people 2, 3, 4 down it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so then you basically repeat the process until he's dead. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now you can drop yourself E, and there's always going to be a chest after bloat. If you're melee DPS, you want to always grab a stamina, which I'm a melee DPS, and that is it. Pretty much you shouldn't need to grab anything else. Saw Justy Legs at 32 kc. Not mine. Okay, I'm hoping sight. Let's see our first sight. Go crazy. Oh, Veric Hiltz. Oh, sorry, my boy. It's all right, my man. You had a little something, you feel me? So, okay, that's money. Money! 44 kc Lil Zuck Pat. Wow, that's unbelievable. NYOS, where most teams wipe at. Good thing I'm with a couple of my boys. So we're gonna enter this and we're gonna try GZs to the bludgeon man. So we're gonna try and basically, since I'm melee DPS, ain't no trying by the way. We're definitely gonna do this. Hey, since I'm melee DPS, I focus on the whites. Yes, I focus on the white and just the white. If I was range DPS, I'll be focusing on the green. If I was mage DPS, I'll be focusing on the blue. It's pretty much simple like that. If they're in the middle where the major is, they're always gonna attack us. If not, they're just gonna go straight for the pillars. It's pretty simple. It's just, it can get overwhelming. I said it's simple, not easy. It could get overwhelming and it could be a lot. You see how the ranger hit me? Yeah, you gotta have your prayers up and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much how we do it. And once you pass a check, the boss actually comes out and we fight the boss. So we gotta survive the first wave and then we fight the boss. What the heck? But that's just how they made it. So we gotta go through it. It's not bad. As long as I sit my stamina as a melee DPSer, I'll be fine. Okay, so now it's time to pre-pot and get ready for the Nilo. It's always going to be melee first. Then after that, it's going to switch between magic, melee, and range. So yeah, and we're always going to BGS and spec. And that's pretty much it for the Nilos. It's not that bad, but that's where most teams wipe at. Now back to the loot. And there goes my boy with the verdict. Congratulations, KG. All right, it's time for Soda Seg. So Soda Seg is pretty hard. Probably the hardest one out of all of them. Maybe even Veric herself. But yeah, pretty much we just protect mage. Every time a red ball comes to you, you always want to protect mage. Every time a black ball comes to you, you want to protect range. And then every time he does that hook he just did onto me, you want to protect melee. But that's optional. Most people just protect magic. So most of the time, you just got to do it. So once you get to this point, somebody's gonna run the maze. Right now, I am not running the maze, so we are following the maze runner. Have you guys watched that movie? Yeah, that's a pretty good movie. But anyways, we just gotta follow it and basically not get hit by a tornado. Look at me, I'm so slow, but I'm just a beginner. So you know, we're doing it. So that's how we rock and roll. Okay, so you always usually go to the middle every time you hear or see the red ball. Usually on the third ball, somebody eats it, so nobody goes to the middle, but whatever. And that's pretty much how you do Soda Seg. If you guys want a complete in-depth guide, say Soda Seg 101 for a top guide. Yeah, so once you hit the chest, you pretty much stack up. You hit the chest one more time, and then there's one more room after this, and that's Zarpus. Pretty easy. You don't really need to use your supplies. You don't really need to touch anything. But yeah, it could go down south very hard. Very hard. And it's one of the rooms with the hardest CAs. So yeah, pretty much you just gotta get on top of these. If you do more than a lot than you're supposed to do, basically Zarpus becomes super OP. So we just try to, keep it to the minimum. And then once we get all this done and we get on top of the ones that we're supposed to for that little time, we just attack her. We pre-pot and get ready to attack her. Everybody throws in their specs that like I'm about to do now. And yeah, let me pre-pot real quick. And then we smack Zarpus to the face. Ha ha. I should have waited for everybody to spec though. But you know what? I'm just a beginner. How long can I say that for? But yeah, anyway, Zarpus will shoot at you and you gotta dodge the little, you know what I'm saying, little thingy things. But yeah, it's pretty easy. Always go like 2 squares, because if you go 1 square, they do like a little minimal damage next to you because of splat. So yeah, oh snap. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want to stay on top of that. So you basically do it at 26% or till she screeches. Now that she's screeching, then you might as well put on the melee gear and go hit her. If she's looking at you, you're basically going to want to kill yourself. So you always want to hit her when she's away. If you got a blade or a 4-tick, you see how that person died? Yeah, you hit her when he was looking at her. If you got a 4-tick, it's usually 2 hits if you're on time. So it's not bad. It's really not bad. Okay, once we finish her off, that's basically Zarpus. And now we're going to go back to shoring the rest of the loot until we get a purple, because we're pretty far in without one. Here we are at Veric, the queen of this theater. Everybody put your hands up for Veric. Pretty much you want to protect magic and throw up your melee throw. That's what I was told. But the magic part you definitely want to do, because you do not want to get 1-hit KO'd. If she hits you with that magic pool thing, you're getting 1-hit KO'd, buddy. So that's the last thing you want. So everybody's going to have a turn with the staff. Everybody basically has to spec twice, drop it, and give it to the next person in rotation until her health hits 0. And then when her health hits 0, all the pillars will come down and phase 2 will begin. And now that the pillars have been taken down, the real fight of Veric begins. So as soon as you get that chance to attack that big Dumbo of a queen they call Veric. Yeah, so you always want to protect range so you don't get hit by the ball. And this is pretty much what you got to do. You got to basically do the same thing while you're dodging those crabs. You see that purple thing? Hit it with a blowpipe and you take it out. Somebody would do it, but mostly you should do it if it's on your side. Yeah, you want to get away from these crabs because they can hit 44s. I think it's 44 or 27s when they're completely 1 square or 1 tile away from you. So yeah, that's pretty much what you do for phase 2 until you get her all the way down to like, I think it's 25 HP. I don't know, 25%. I'm not sure. But as soon as the blood, I think it's 30%. I think it's actually 30%. But as soon as the bloods come out, that's when you protect magic. And once you protect magic, if you don't protect magic, you basically get hit tons of damage and you heal her. After a certain percentage, you just skip the red crabs and you attack. Because that's basically skipping, because there's no need to attack the healers because we're going to out DPS the healers. So yeah, it's not that bad. It's actually even horrible. I'm not going to lie. It's really horrible. And it's a learning curve to do all that walking and stuff. But it's fun when you get it down. It is very fun when you get it down. So there goes a tank. Tank just messed up. And there goes. So I guess it's 46 damage that you lose. Yeah, so you don't want to be 1 tower. You don't want to be underneath that. You could get 1-hit KO'd. So yeah, pretty much you do this, and then there will be portals on the floor that you have to, everybody has to go get a portal and they have to be on it. But right now, before the portal comes webs. And this is like a free melee points. free basically melee DPS, but we're not good enough to do webs yet and catch them at the same time. You see how they're going around? Yeah, you see how that guy just came out and went in? Yeah, they know what they're doing. So yeah, those are my boys right there. But yeah, pretty much after that will be portals, and after the portals is a DPS check. There will be a green ball that somebody has to tank. You could pass it, but if you have food, just tank it. You know what I mean? Or, you know, do what whoever's teaching you say to do, if it's right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you just kill Veric. There goes the portals. Everybody got to find them some. Don't come to my portal, buddy. Yeah, go over there, buddy. And then you just DPS Veric until the very last. So this way, stamina up and put on that Holly. Make sure you put on them specs and smack her. Smack her one time. Make sure you pray correctly, because I'm not praying correctly. And then you finish our Veric. This part gets very hard with the tornadoes. The tornado heals, as you can see. Somebody got caught and it healed her. But honestly, we got this. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you basically take care of Veric. All right, now let's continue to grind. Scam game. We finally did it. We finally got our first purple 81 KC. Bro, this took a minute, man. Oh, Veric hilt, 56 mil. Oh, man, I'm so happy the hilt was the first purple. Thank goodness. We are very lucky. And we're going to take it. We're going to take our first purple. Let's go. 56 mil. Let me make it. Oh, my gosh, bro. I appreciate the boys, Zoc and Cam, bro. Thank you. Thank y'all, man. Let's go. Ooh, look at Bo follow me. Hey, me with the Vanek. There we go. This is our log. We just wanted one purple. Man, it took a while. Took a few days. Shit. Took a little bit more than that. But yeah, hilt. We got a pet and a hilt. Man, what's on the next adventure?